welcome to the inaugural UT System Trauma Research Symposium, hosted by the Trauma Research and Combat Casualty Care Collaborative, or TRC4. My name is Jim Bynum, and I'm the Executive Director of TRC4. And as the Director of this new research symposium within the University of Texas System, I'm proud to be part of a community that is leading the way in addressing the complex needs of trauma patients and their families. Together, we are leveraging the power of collaboration, cutting-edge research, and community engagement to make a tangible difference in the lives of those affected by trauma.
I really think events like this and TRC4 are crucial for collaboration. And collaboration is really the cornerstone of innovation in research. And specifically, if you could bring people together that have a common interest but different backgrounds, so people from diverse areas, that's really when science is able to take off. So you bring someone from one part of Texas that's looking at a problem from a completely different angle in a completely different discipline, and someone from another part of Texas that looks at it from a different angle. Those people start talking, and now they can answer questions that previously couldn't have been answered.
I think that we, as clinicians especially, can get very wrapped up in our own little worlds, and that we're very siloed. Even as a UT system, within each UT medical school and center, I think it becomes very easy to really not look outside our day-to-day world. And I think there's so much knowledge and expertise across the system that we really need to come together to share. Another thing that I heard one time that I think is pertinent is I'm very involved in quality improvement, and someone said quality improvement is local. You have to understand your context and your environment, and I think that UT system schools, although we're in different cities and our local environments might be slightly different, we share a lot of similar resources, missions, goals, and that we can really learn a lot together. And it's really by sharing best practices and challenges and trying to learn together that we can move the needle fastest.
Our most recent experiences with the military and conflicts, we had 20 years to build a mature, healthy trauma system that was a learning system. The concerns for possible upcoming conflicts, we may have a much shorter time frame in order to try to attain the same level of care and decreasing case fatality rate that we saw in the most recent conflicts compared to previous conflicts. And we don't want to lose ground, but we are at risk for losing ground if we don't kind of keep the pressure on and trying to continue to advance care.
I think you can easily look at me and understand why this was a no-brainer for me, to be honest, to be here. Once this opportunity presented itself, honestly, selfishly, and on behalf of so many other service members and my friends, my best friends that I've developed over the last 20 years, it's my opportunity to say thank you. There's a lot of people in this space that have done a lot of research prior to my injury and have consistently done so much more research to help benefit so many individuals, people that they'll never meet, some people that they've had the opportunity to meet. And so it's, for me personally, it was just a no-brainer for me to come and just say thank you for the research that they've done, for the hard work they put into it, because quite frankly, they gave me an opportunity to create the life that I've been able to live for the last 20 years.
Even though trauma is the most costly, the most impactful, has the biggest impact on young people, the amount of funding that go towards trauma is extremely low. And again, the reason is because we have cancer centers, we have heart centers, cardiovascular centers. We don't have trauma centers as centers of excellence for research. And in order for us to really address this problem, we need to have it as a center, and it needs to be a focus where funding is going. And it has never really historically come from the National Institutes of Health. And so I think if we could really show that we can have an impact first locally within Texas, then we can start to show that, hey, we can move the needle, and now we should be thinking about this more nationally.
TRC4 is a wonderful opportunity to really leverage the expertise and the resources across UT system to really propel the concept that I talked about in my keynote, which is a learning trauma system where we're continuously learning, improving, and innovating while delivering care. And this model is really what we should be striving for.
Years ago, I had the opportunity to be a part of a conversation where they talked about all the advancements that they had made in the military space to save service members in combat, that those individuals then take that to this, what we call the civilian world. And so there are a lot of same practices in the civilian world that they're essentially replicating what they do in the military. But a lot of that is learned because of the conflict, because of service members that need that work. And so what I want people to understand is that a lot of the stuff that they're creating, that they're researching, that they're developing, implementing, is going to trickle down to essentially affect people in quote unquote your community and civilian world, as we call it. So it's important to support this work because you never know, one day you or your family member or someone you love dearly can benefit from it.